Marcus Hale worked the front desk at the Northbridge Hotel. That was the full name. Northbridge Hotel. Nothing decorative. No branding story. Just a building near a highway exit that people used when they didn't want to be noticed. Marcus worked the graveyard shift. 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Alone. He took the job because it paid slightly better than day shifts and didn't require experience. The interview was short. No real questions. Just confirmation that he could stay awake, follow procedure, and not involve himself in guest matters. The manager said the nights were quiet. They were wrong in a specific way. The hotel ran on rules Marcus didn't see written anywhere. He learned them by watching what happened when someone ignored them. Guests arrived late, always after midnight. Most of them had reservations already in the system. Some didn't. It didn't matter. If a name was spoken with confidence, the system accepted it. If payment was in cash, the system didn't ask follow-up questions. Marcus noticed that certain rooms were always occupied, but never serviced during the day. The same doors opened at night. The same lights turned on. By morning, they were empty again. Housekeeping didn't ask about those rooms. Maintenance avoided that floor. The cameras worked, but not evenly. The lobby was clear. The front door was clear. The third floor west hallway blurred every few minutes, just long enough to miss who went in or out. The system logged it as a bandwidth issue. Marcus was told not to reset it. On his fifth shift, a man checked in without luggage and asked Marcus what time the service elevator ran. Marcus said it was offline. The man nodded like that was expected. "You're doing fine," the man said. "Just keep doing exactly that." Marcus didn't know what that meant, but he didn't ask. The internal phone rang every night around the same time. Sometimes someone spoke. Sometimes they didn't. The instructions were always short. Delayed check-ins. Do not acknowledge noise complaints. Log the issue as resolved. Marcus followed them because nothing bad happened when he did. When he didn't, things changed. One night, a guest complained about shouting on the third floor. Marcus logged it. Sent a courtesy call upstairs. No answer. 10 minutes later, the internal phone rang. "You don't need to document that," the voice said. The complaint disappeared from the system. The next night, Marcus noticed his name highlighted in the activity log. Not flagged. Highlighted. Like someone was watching his choices instead of the results. A week later, a woman approached the desk around 2:30 a.m. She wasn't injured. She wasn't panicked. She just looked tired and alert at the same time. She asked if the hotel had another exit. Marcus said there was a side door. She asked if it stayed unlocked. Before Marcus could answer, a man stepped out of the west hallway and placed a hand on the counter. Casual. Polite. "She's with us," he said. The woman didn't look at Marcus. She didn't resist. She followed the man back down the hallway. The system never registered her check-in. After that night, Marcus started noticing paperwork discrepancies. Reservation timestamps that didn't match entry logs. Security notes signed by people who didn't work there anymore. Names repeating under different job titles. It wasn't illegal in a clear way. It was organized in a way that avoided questions. Marcus didn't feel scared. He felt alert, like he was always about to be corrected. He asked the manager one morning if there was a reason certain rooms were restricted. The manager smiled politely. "Those arrangements aren't your responsibility," he said. "And you've been doing well by not making them one." After that conversation, Marcus's shift reports started coming back with edits. Not errors. Edits. Words removed. Times adjusted. His signature still attached. He realized something then. The job wasn't about silence. It was about alignment. When Marcus gave his notice, the manager accepted it calmly. No threats. No pressure. "You'll finish your remaining shifts," he said. "We prefer consistency." During his last week, Marcus stopped receiving instructions on the internal phone. It rang, but no one answered on the other end. Guests stopped acknowledging him. They walked past the desk like he wasn't there. On his final night, a fire alarm triggered briefly on the third floor. It shut off on its own. No evacuation. No report. In the morning, Marcus clocked out and left. 2 weeks later, he applied for another front desk job at a different hotel. His interview went well. The manager liked him, said his experience was perfect. The offer was pulled the next day. No explanation. Another hotel. Same result. Then an office job. Then a warehouse night shift. Same pattern. Initial interest. Then silence. Eventually, one hiring manager spoke honestly. "Your employment history checks out," she said. "But there's a note. Not negative. Just a recommendation that you're better suited for environments with minimal public interaction." Marcus didn't know who wrote it. He stopped applying for hospitality work. Months later, he passed the Northbridge Hotel by accident. Same lights. Same steady flow of late arrivals. New front desk worker. Younger. Focused. Doing exactly what Marcus used to do. Marcus didn't report anything. Didn't warn anyone.
He understood the system now.
The job was a nightmare not because of danger, or violence, or secrets. It was a nightmare because it taught him how quietly normal things could be rearranged and how easily someone could be removed without being accused of anything at all. And because it worked, Marcus never went back to that kind of work. The hotel kept running. The night shift stayed filled. Nothing about the system changed. Only who stood behind the desk. If you've ever worked a job where the rules were never written, you already understand the story. Subscribe to Quiet Consequences. More stories about how systems survive and people don't.